Hey guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks, and for another installment of building this here turnout. All right, so we built the frog. We didn't put El Frogo in yet. We're gonna do that uh, maybe in this video or the next video. Trying to keep these short. So basically, what we got to do here is I just got to figure out the length of this point. I'm going to go a little long. All right, that's shot down on the ground, just like I knew it was going to do anyway. And this one is going to go a little long too. All right, and we have enough pieces left over to make those two guards. So this is really simple. Once again, we go back to the frog and point tool, and we'll mount this stuff up in the frog and point tool, and we'll go from there. We're going to do these two pieces, these two right here, these two ends right here, so they'll interlock into here, make a nice little clean get up, and then we have to do this bend. All these cuts will happen at a later date. I have a jeweler's saw somewhere, and I can't find it. So until I find that, I can't make those cuts. But since this isn't going onto a layout right away, it's not a big deal. Like I said, I got to build 5 of these, so this is going to take a little while. I may just give up and order the jigs, and because doing it in the jig, you'll see when I do the dual gauge and a couple of narrow gauges out of there and a couple of just code 70s, you'll see how fast they go in the jig. The jig really does make it go faster, but I don't know if I want to spend $300 just to do five of these. But I got a feeling I'll be doing a bunch more, because I am actually enjoying these modules. All right, so yeah, just give me 1 second to set everything up, and I'll come back to you. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. So, like I said, this is just a negative of this. So this one's pretty easy. This one is just straight. It's not a big deal. Okay. This one's got a bend in it. So we're going to, well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the, we're going to slide these in. Put that one in. This end's got a little, I didn't clean up. So I'm going to show you what you can do if you get a little lazy and you just want to go straight in it. All right. What you do is just extend that past where you want it to be. Yep, that's all you gotta do. This one, just to make life easier, you can see where it goes right there. See if I can hit it with a marker. All right. Basically, you can see where that goes. You want it to go pretty much to the end over there. All right. I like to squeeze these ends in when I do this because I like to get nice and tight in there. And snug that one down. You know, these fit in there pretty nicely. You know. I really have to crank these down too crazy much. This, all right, hold on a second. This didn't sit right. All right. All right, that's better. Yeah, and like I just did, I had to go back and check it. Always go back and check it. You know, you just want to make sure you get a good quality setup there. So once again, let me move this out of the way, and we'll get the filing. Start doing a little defiling. All right, got the big bastard file. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blacken this up a little bit, so you can like see the progress of what goes on here. All right, do the same on this side for you. Probably should have did this before I put it in a jig, but you know me. So hope you guys can see that. All right. Try to just go in one direction, even though I can push and pull with this file. There's a push-pull. You know, try to do that every once in a while. Just give it a pull back, because I like to try and knock some of the crap off. You have a whole other end of a file, flip it around. You know, it's taking off a pretty decent amount right there. You know, you see how much came out off? All right. So we're not down to the metal, not down to the actual jig yet. So we'll just keep going. I do recommend that if you buy a file, buy one with a handle, because this, after a while, it gets old digging into your hand. Now you see we're starting to get in there, right? Starting to get down in there. We're still way up over here. So just keep going. Every once in a while, I like to switch over to this file. Just cleans everything up a little bit. And in all honesty, I think it kind of breaks up any grooves that puts in there. So when you go back in there, you can actually see where you're going. I do a push-pull only because I'm terrible. You're not supposed to do a push-pull. This is a push-pull file. You can pull and push and cut with this file. But you're not really supposed to do that. I do it so I don't take it off. It's just the way I do it. You know, do it the way you want to do it. So, but when I do push-pull, I push with pressure and I just lift and pull back. All right, so we're getting in there. It's nice, getting nice and flat. We can look from this side, looking pretty good. Gonna clean it up with this fine file. That's looking pretty dang good to me. Let's see what's going on here. Let me give this a little spezione. All right, so that's pretty much that. You can see I got a little ink down here, so I'm not flush with this thing yet. So I'm gonna flip this around. Now I'm gonna go on that angle. I find that doing this a lot of times really does clean things up a little more. All right, we're just doing the old push-pull, but light pressure. All right, that's one side. I mean, that looks, you can see how much is left. All right, not 100% down to the metal here. You can see kind of the markings on there. You can go down even more. I saw one video where a guy actually files this down close to this, and then he has a stone, an India stone that he uses to do like his knives and stuff on, and he puts this jig right on there. And I'm like, that's pretty smart. I like it. You know. But that's that. But then this side, not so done. Let's get working on this, and then we'll go on from there. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I just got somebody just knocked on my door. Hey guys, we're back. I sat down here and started filing, and I forgot to hit record. So I got this down a little bit. I also cheated a little bit. I also touched it up, and I got a big disc sander. I touched it up. I gave it a quick load, and it really knocked it a lot down. I will use that technique again, but the next time I do it, I will definitely put a less aggressive disc on that cutoff because it went in there pretty quick. So, all right, let me just clean this up. Finish cleaning this up. This is going down. You can see this is where where I hung over. I went a little bit too far, which is perfect because now that's getting cut off. Get down to it. Get down to it. Yeah, look at that. Now you want to keep this as flat as possible. And yeah, those are lined up good. You want to keep this as flat as possible. Look at that. Look at that. I just cut it back. That's not what I want to do. But that's what we did. I believe that's what we had the hangover. So there we go. That's pretty good. We're going to have to do a little magic in there. When we're done, pull it out. And the same as the frog parts, you get a little burr built up on the on there. So we're just gonna go in there and clean that burr up. If you have a jeweler's file, use the jeweler's file. I have them. I'm just being lazy right now and not taking them out. That came out pretty nicey nice. All right. That one, yikes, that's not looking so hot. So I'm not satisfied with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. I'll square it off towards the end. I'm going to take this black magic marker. I'm going to light up the bottom. Fill in the top. I actually thought about buying a thing of Dykem. And having that laying here. I don't know why I just did that side. Not going to do nothing, but yep. So we're going to slide that back in. So I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go crazy. Run a little red in there. They get a little contrast what's going on here. All right. So you'll know when I reach down in there. So all right, let's slide that in. Now, you know what I said? You gotta go both sides. If you don't have, like, say you don't want to have a huge piece hanging out the end like that, you should have that cut off. Hold on, here it is. You should have that cut off, that remaining little piece from the other one. Just take that little puppy, slide them in. There you go. Even pressure keeps the jig a little truer. All right, so I'm gonna slide this out. I'm figuring right there. I don't feel like going crazy. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a decent amount sticking out there. And we're gonna clean that up real quick. That's gonna take no time to really clean up. I'll come back here a little bit too, but in reality, this from here to here is the only part that's gonna be causing any issues with the track. So. All right, so that's cleaned up a little bit. Nice and nice. All right, so come in here, we'll get that burr off. Do the same for the top. No burr still. All right. All right. So we now have the two of these. All right. Done. Did I deburr this one? Yeah. Oh, that one's got a little burr. Okay. All right. So we got these little deburred. Now, this little edge over here in the front, they recommend that you get a little round off there. This one that's the way that one finished off. So now, bam, we got these cut. We're gonna use this to make those guides. So come over here, put the red top on here so I don't wind up having red all over myself. All right, so here we go. This one goes here. It's going to bend. All right, so now what we need to do is I need to put this little curvature in here. So we'll go. I don't know why it's so hard to do it by hand. Get a little curvature in there. And that's pretty close. All right. Yeah, we don't solder this and we don't solder that. That's the ones we don't solder to. So then I get soldered to here and here. That's that. So now what I got to do is I'm going to tuck this in where I'm going to have it. Okay, that's pretty much in place. Just going to go here. So, as you can tell, there's got a little too much. So, but what I've noticed that if you line it up and you let it follow through, like its natural curve going to go to here, all right, I cut it with the end of the outside piece. So I cut it following that piece. That's semi-flat. That piece shot across the room. Clean this up. Let me. That didn't sit right. All right, let me. These things are nice. You can do a nice. Oh, look at that, like butter. Bam. That's better. So now I got the curvature. This piece isn't locked in yet. That's going to go in last. All right, and then the whole thing to that too. All right, so we follow this curve back here, and then it bends. Okay, so now the jig, if I remember correctly, the jig actually has the bend in it. So, but I believe that's the bend. Yeah, I think that's the bend. So basically what you do is you put it in there, see how it's bent, you bend it till it's straight. There it is. Put it down on the track plan, go over, you look at it. Nope, I need a little bit more. So you can put it back in the jig, or you can just touch it. Just give it a little bend in your hand. And yeah, that looks like what I need. I'm actually going to give it just a little bit more, little tiny bit more. If it's a little too wide, I really don't think it's going to cause an issue if it's a little too wide there. But if it's a little too tight, it could be. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the cat's pajamas. So we got that one done. We got that one all done, and the other one's it's the same thing. It's just but the nice thing about that one is that's just straight with that little bend at the end, and that's really it. So this comes over here, that goes there. Okay, so what I managed to do was I managed to screw up here. I did not shorten this. So we're gonna straighten that out. I don't need to bend it right this second. All right, straighten it out. Okay, so take this freaking thing out of here. All right, so here we are. We're lined up. We come across this line here, and if you see it, it follows the natural flow of the track. So I come over here, and with that line right there, I grab it. I give it a little pinch. We hit it like that. All right. Put this in. It's supposed to slide in with the fat part down, but it doesn't because it's code 100. But it still makes it a little bit easier to do it. I think I hit that one right on the head. That sits in there like that. That sits in there like that. Yeah. Just give this a little. Go to the edge of the table here to give it a little more to it. I think that's going to be it. Yep, that's it right there. So we got everything lined up. We got everything pretty much done. That's going to sit in here. It's sitting here like that. It's going to sit in here. That. Where my frog went. I have no idea my frog. But where the frog goes, sits there. We solder everything up. So I'm going to go. I'm going to save you the aggravation of listening to me talk for a long period of time. And I'm just going to shut it down for this video. Next video, we're going to solder that in. So we're going to solder all these in, solder in the frogs and points. I'll show you how to hook it up to there, following their directions on how they recommend to do it. And we'll also check the gauge, make sure that we're engaged and everything. And yeah, see how it works out. All right, once again, thank you for watching Jack on Tracks. I appreciate it. And once again, catch you later.